Welcome to the 8th episode of How to Grow Your Art Business Online. Today, I'll be showing you how you can use Premiere on iPad to edit a reel that actually showcases a recent client project that you completed, because there's so many times where illustrators finish a project, post the final art file, and that's it. And I think you should be making a reel about it so you can explain a little bit about the project and really showcase your process for potential future clients. So on my iPad, I have a super basic outline that I do for all of my voiceover reels. I have written here the shot number, what I'm planning to film in the shot, and the script or voiceover. So once you create this outline, you know exactly what you need to film. So I've already filmed all of these shots. Here I am in my Premiere homepage. I really want to start with new from files because say you had clips from your camera, from your phone, from your iPad, you can put all of those files in like a Dropbox on your computer and it will sync to your iPad. So then when you open Premiere, you have access to everything. And here are all my clips, and then hit open. So once I have all of the clips on my timeline, what I like to do is mute everything just so that when I'm playing things back, I don't have this distracting audio. From here, I'm going to record my voiceover using the script that I already wrote. So make sure you're at the beginning of your sequence, voiceover, hit record, it does a countdown, and then we start. I'm an artist in Philadelphia, and I got to collaborate with the 76ers to make a custom basketball and bucket hat, and it was such a fun project to work on. So once you have this recorded, I recommend before you start chopping up your voiceover, go ahead and enhance it. Put it at like maybe 30%. Once you have enhanced speech applied, then go ahead and start cutting up your voiceover. I'm going to zoom in and I want to trim off any dead air or like breathiness because I want this to be snappy. So I'm going to go in here, hit split, delete the beginning part and drag this over, place my playhead right where I want it to pick up again, split, and then delete this middle part and move my voiceover over. Once you have your voiceover cleaned up, you can start cutting and trimming your clips. If I pull up my notes app again, I can see here that I already have an idea of the kinds of clips I want to go with the voiceover. So now I'm going to find those clips and move them to the right spot. When you're cutting clips, I recommend trying to cut to a little bit of an action shot. So you're either turning or you're moving, something is happening so that it's interesting and it's not just still. Now I've gone ahead and cut the clips to my voiceover. The next thing I want to do is add some sound effects. I'm gonna go to music and audio, sound effects, type in 35 millimeter. Yes, I like that one. I'm gonna go ahead and hit plus. I'm gonna zoom in and make sure that I trim it so that it starts where I want it to start. All right, so that's what I ended up doing all the way through. Adding sound effects to your video is a really fun way to keep the viewer's interest. One more thing, you can add some music. Music, soundtracks. I'm gonna type in upbeat because that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit add. I'm gonna cut it at the end here, split, and you can apply a fade out if you do audio fade. Let's do like maybe 0.2 seconds fade out, and I don't want to fade in. And the next thing, just so it doesn't compete with my audio, is to turn it down. I'm going to turn it down to like 13. So now that we have our voiceover, sound effects, and music, the only thing left to do here is add some captions. So with nothing selected, I'm going to hit titles and captions, and I want it to create from my voiceover. And it doesn't need to replace the existing captions, and hit create captions. Perfect. So for my caption style, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this one because it's simple, but I don't think I want a background color, so I'm going to make it transparent. And then I'm going to go into fonts and find my font that I already uploaded in here. This is my brand font. Perfect. So once you get through all of those edits, you have something like this. Artist in Philadelphia, and I got to collaborate with the 76ers to make a custom basketball and bucket hat. We went from concept to sketches to final art to make something truly unique that represents Latinos in Philadelphia and fans would love to wear. And there's nothing like going from sketches to having the physical product in your hands and seeing fans wear. The last thing we need to do is export, and this is so easy using Premiere. So we hit this little arrow, export settings. We have some options here. For uploading to social media, you usually want 1080, 30 frames per second, and I like the high resolution. Go back, I'm gonna hit export video, and there you go, we're done exporting. All right, everyone, that's how you make a reel all about your latest client projects, because growing your art business online means you need to post over and over again to remind people that you're available and the kind of work that you do. Thanks for following along over the last few weeks. Don't forget to hit subscribe, save this playlist so you can watch it later, and I'll see you over on Instagram. Bye!